What's going on, y'all? This your man's Fresh Bliss. In this video, I want to talk about when the enemy attack. You dig what I'm saying? Let's get right into it. So, I just woke up from this little dream, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I have. I don't have nightmares no more. I overlook that. I'll overcome that. You see what I'm saying? Because I surpassed that. My mindset is past that. Can't no negative energy have that much power on me to make me think that a bad dream is something that's um, not for my benefit. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I think like that now. So okay, boom, I'm having this dream. Well, first of all, I'm gonna give y'all little details that I, haven't expressed. Let y'all in a little bit. So I'm staying in a household with multiple other people. You see what I'm saying at the time. So boom, in a room that I'm in, the situation I haven't never slept outside the room. It's a living room and everything, you know what I'm saying? Nice setup, everything. But I always slept in the room, or I never slept outside the room. So this is what I'm saying. I had a hedge of protection around me as far as, you know, staying inside the room, cleansing out the space, you know what I'm saying? Cleansing out the energies and shit like that. So I mean, I have had bad dreams that have came to me within sleeping in a room, but not how I experienced this time. I was laying on the couch. I wound up coming outside because nobody's ever in the living room. Nobody's ever in the dining room, for real. I'm the only one who entertained those areas. But I must remind you, I'm more so in the room more than I'm outside the room versus, everybody else. So whatever energies, whatever they dealing with, those energies are following them, and they are containing the areas they contained in the areas that I recently have been in but don't be in as much. So the energy is not as cleansed. The area is not as exposed to the energies that I bring. You see what I'm saying? So they were more susceptible to fuck with me. So boom, let's get that out the way. Well, I'm gonna let y'all know now after this video, I'm cleansing out the whole motherfucking house, you know what I'm saying? I'm lighting a candle and I'm doing my magic so that way I can bring the energies that I bring more. But yeah, so like I was saying, they're more susceptible to get to me or whatnot. So boom, I winds up falling asleep, dozing off on the couch and shit. So I had, a real bad dream this time. Um, yeah, I stopped smoking. I haven't smoked for about 4 or 5 months. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing real good with that, real strong, going, hard and shit like that. My dreams came back to me and all that. And I had a dream before that one of the people in the household, we had some, he was just bringing in tails, leaving them on our table and shit like that. But I had a little weed myself in the dream, you know what I'm saying? So I put that weed on the table and I left it. This was probably about like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I had this dream, I believe. So, but it was real slight. I barely remembered it at all. But it came back to me in this dream, I just had. So, yeah, the tails and the weed, it appeared back on the table again. So I'm looking at the shit, and the motherfucking tail it was broke down, and then it was another piece of tail that was on the table, and my weed is like another table up in the dream. It's another table that's connected to the table, like slightly up under it. So I had put my weed that I had up under there, but it was only a little bit. So I was waiting for enough weed to be on the table, whether it was tails or whatever, so I can combine it. You know what I'm saying? But I knew I wasn't smoking, but at the time in the dream, I had felt like smoking. So this is what I'm basically trying to say. In this dream, I was having urges again to smoke. You know what I'm saying? The tails was bigger. So that mean dude had brought in more weed, you know, and the energies they was trying to attack, you know what I'm saying? They was trying to manifest because they always within you. You have a light side, you have a dark side within you, and the reason I don't look at it as bad no more is because it's the simple fact that God, He's now working with me, showing me the power that I have within me. I have both sides, so we all do. but it's just about what you more so tapped into. So in this dream, I feel like God was letting me be exposed to these energies so that way he could, he gonna test you. He gonna see if you really rocking with him or if you just, temporary on some, higher faith type shit. And then you gonna go back to some bullshit that you know is not exposing you to a better lifestyle, a better, getting more connected to him. So, um, yeah, I'm laying there and I done rolled the weed up and shit like that. So the dude, it's it's daytime at this time. So one of the dudes they leave out the household. Boom, they on their way to work, but it's dark outside. Like it usually be early in the morning. So I guess I get right up or whatever. I look out the window, make sure it was what I thought it was, and it's a dude walking down the street with a little girl with a backpack on her back. You see what I'm saying? They about to bend the corner. Then I go and look out the front window and I realize the other dude who, who's staying here, he's not gone yet. He's still standing on the porch talking to the dude and the little girl. And he got a backpack on and shit. So I'm like, okay, he on his way to work with people. Boom. But as I'm looking out the window, he thought I was asleep, so he closed the door real light and shit like that. And it had me thinking like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm really woke. Like, I'm really into details with all this shit. I'm noticing while I'm laying there on the couch, I was asleep, but as he was walking past, I woke up. But I'm still in a dream. And he closing the door, real light and shit like that. So it was really playing mind tricks on me, trying to have me believe that I was really woke or whatever. So boom. Um, I look out the window. It's dark outside. It's dark in the house. So all I see is his shadow, as he walking back up towards the porch, and he just stopped as he opened the door and just looking at me and shit like that. So I'm like, this shit weird as hell. You know what I'm saying? Nigga just looking at me like, yeah, you thought I was asleep, nigga. And I ain't sleep. I was seeing who the fuck left out the house or, what was going on. So I'm just like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? I lay back down on the couch. And I guess he walks in the house to do what he do. I don't remember from that point. But what I do remember is I lay back down on the couch. I guess I instantly dozed back off and went into a deep sleep. So now at this point, from the room I'm standing in, you got motherfucking shadows. Keep on opening my door and closing my door real fucking fast and shit like that. You got them sticking their hand out, keep sticking their head out. Like this on some real goofy ass shit trying to scare me. So by this time, I guess they see it's kind of working. So now, all of a sudden, some fucking vents appear above the hedge of my door, you know what I'm saying, outside the door. And you got motherfucking hands and legs coming all out the motherfucking vents and shit like that. And I start seeing faces like with dudes with black glasses on, you know what I'm saying, and haircuts, dark skinned dudes. I'm just like, this shit weird as hell, man. So I'm like, I know I gotta be dreaming. This shit ain't real, God. You know what I'm saying? If it is, I'm about to go in this motherfucker and fuck somebody up, or you know what I'm saying? I'm about to have to throw these motherfucking toys out or whatever. Ain't I don't even have toys in my room, man. That's why I'm like, I know this shit fake, cause it's like a Chucky doll and other scary ass dolls that they be having and shit. Uh, that I dreamt about being in my room. So I finally gets up and go in the motherfucking room and cause I couldn't wake up in a dream. I couldn't wake up. You see what I'm saying? So when I finally get up, I rush towards the motherfucking room. I open the door and now it's daytime. You see what I'm saying? The sunlight coming through the motherfucking window and shit like that. And you got it's somehow it's a curtain or like a blanket on my fucking window covering the windowsill and shit like that. Whereas I have blinds, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know where that came from, but like the sheet is going towards the closet, so that's how I'm able to see the sunlight and shit peering through the window so well. When I take the sheet off the door because it was like attached to the handle of the door. I guess because the wind that blew it in, blew the motherfucking sheet onto the door or whatever. So I take the cover off the door real fast. I open the closet and ain't nothing in the closet and shit like that. But now these doors, they sitting on the fucking dresser. So I'm about to take the doors and shit and go throw them away. But as I'm doing that, I'm like, man, this shit is some bullshit. This shit gotta be some. You feel me? So I just keep telling myself like, Fresh, this shit ain't real, man. Wake up, wake up. You know what I'm saying? And as I'm doing that, I'm super lazy as hell, like tired. You feel me? So my eyes won't open. Must I remind you, I was doing that the whole time too. Where I was seeing shadows and shit coming out the vents and out the door. Keep opening the door and closing the door real fast. And had my eyes real lazy where I couldn't fully open them to really look and see or to get up real fast and make some shit happen. So I'm just having to lay there and watch these shadows and shit like that out the corner of my eye because I can't open my eyes and shit like that. So long story short, man, because we had 10 minutes or whatever, I want to tell y'all, man, do not fear anything, man. Do not be scared when the enemy attack. Understand that's God putting you through a test because the enemy cannot attack you unless God give him permission, unless God grants the authority for that energy, for that spirit to take control. You see what I'm saying? So do not fear nothing, man. I'm trying to tell you, that's God testing you. God gonna test you in many ways. Just like a father or mother who love their son or daughter, they gonna test you as well to make sure that you on the right path. And if you ain't, you know what I'm saying, you got some them low negative energies coming towards you, gonna get your ass whooped and shit like that. That devil, that demon gonna expose out of them because they really love you. You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of the name of love is basically what I'm saying. God don't do nothing for no reason. He do it for a reason every time. And I guarantee you, from this moment out, you know what I'm saying, the energy that I'm bringing right now, the fact that I'm making this video and shit like that, he's giving me a round of applause. He's dancing because he understood. I received the information, I received the knowledge that he was trying to express to me, and I'm doing exactly what he wanted me to do versus getting scared and, really waking up and looking around the house fearing and shit like that. No, man, none of that shit, man. I know who really got me. I know what power really, move with me, what's really in me. You know what I'm saying? And that other energy is within me as well, but it can only be exposed if I allow it to, And in certain situations, it need to be exposed. So I'm not knocking that other side either. You know what I'm saying? You need light to have dark. And if you never had light, you won't even know what's dark. If you never had darkness, you wouldn't, or if you never had darkness, the light wouldn't appear so good. You wouldn't even realize the power that it has. So that's why both energies are needed. They needed to balance each other and to help each other out. But it's just about what you sticking to the most. You know what I'm saying? You really want to be balanced with everything. Like I said, life is about a balance, and it's whatever you believe in, that's what you're gonna gravitate towards more. But you're never supposed to get too excited or be too fearful, or be too low and down and negative on yourself, depressed. You want to be right there in the middle, balanced. So that way, when the time is called for it, you can understand what situation is needed for what energy. You know what I'm saying? If a person is depressed and unhappy and shit like that, you don't want to get too excited around this person and have them feeling like they need to kill themselves. But at the same time, you don't want to be depressed and negative either, taking on their energy and now really feeling that way. You don't want to bring yourself down to their energy and now you feeling that way for real. You want to stay balanced, cued out. But yeah, man, this your man's Fresh Blessed, man. That's really all I want to bring to y'all in this video. If you got any love for me, man, go ahead, hit that like button, follow the channel, like, subscribe. You dig, you know what I'm saying? Hit, show a comment, show some love, man, if you really resonate with this video. Because I know I'm not the only one that's going through these type of spiritual awakenings right now and getting tested. But understand, it is a test, and we going to ace that motherfucker every time. Believe.